hold on.
I mean, it's time, right? It's time.
It's time. Yeah, this is definitely the season. Tis the season.
Hey, everybody. Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Thursday.
Couple of gifts. You guys, stop sending us gifts.
It's
because we don't have enough time to talk about them all. We still have piles that we haven't even gotten to.
So appreciative, but oh my gosh.
You've got to stop.
It's out of control.
We do want to say love to Danae from Georgia.
Hey,
She's
Danae.
called our show before.
Yes, you have, Danae.
She says, I'm finally getting these to you. Sorry it took so long. You may have already received some of these, but it couldn't hurt having two. Love you ladies. Always keep doing your thing. We've never received these before.
No.
These are cute little t-shirts.
We are uncancelable.
Uncancelable.
You can't cancel us. I mean, you can.
You can't.
But technically you can't.
I mean, Facebook could.
We're sort of like the Energizer bunnies. You know what I mean? Really, really older Energizer bunnies.
Also, from Marie Sheehan,
Thank you, Danae.
Sandra Chelly, Beth Venito, who also goes by Ginger Betty.
Hey, Ginger Betty.
All the way from Massachusetts. We got, each of us, like the three of us, got these hats.
Oh my gosh. Look
Super
at these.
blingy hats.
Love these. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
The hats are from Sandra Chelly Designs.
Chicks for Trump.
Celli.
Mega Chick.
And
Dudes for Dawn.
Sandra Chelly is the designer on My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding and the author of the book Bling, The Uncommon Crystal Couture World. And the hats are made with Swarovski crystals.
Really?
And, or Swarovski, whatever.
Swarovski.
It's sandrachelli.com, SONDRACELLI.com. And they also sent
These are
this
so
giant
cute.
box of like cookies.
We're gonna eat the crap out
and
of this.
all kinds of
We're gonna eat the
cookies.
crap out of We're gonna eat the crap out of these, you guys.
Really cute cookies from Ginger Betty's Bakery in Quincy, Massachusetts.
I have been to Quincy, Mass. I lived in Boston the summer of 1993, y'all. I went to Harvard for the summer. I know, it's a long story, but I went there back in the day. And I went to Quincy. I remember driving to Quincy, Mass to take an aerobics class back in 1993, back when I was like young and firm.
Are you seeing these?
Oh my God, these are so cute.
These come from Ginger Betty's. Hang on, let me say the site. GingerBetties.com. GingerBetties.
Yeah,
.com.
GingerBetties.com.
Amazing cookies.
They're Trumps.
They're Trump cookies.
They're Trumps. Anyways, I drove there and I loved Quincy. Quincy's really cute. It's very, very cute. There are a lot of cute little towns in there. And I mean, back then I wasn't very political, but if I were there today, I would imagine that Boston is like just crawling with liberals. So it's probably hard to be conservative in Boston. Let me put that in there.
And then
these are so, God, there's
so
so
nice.
many
So many
cookies.
cookies,
So
you
many
guys.
cookies, you guys.
Out of control.
And the hats are adorable.
The hats are precious.
Thank you so much. And these shirts, thank you,
I
Danae.
know. And there's more stuff,
Thank
and
you,
we'll
Danae.
do stuff tomorrow too.
You guys,
but
thank
stop
you.
sending us stuff.
You're spoiling us.
I mean,
And
it's
I'm
too
like,
much.
it's weird to be spoiled.
Yeah, it's
very
really weird.
strange.
It's like weird to come in here and feel like Christmas every
I'm kind
day.
of uncomfortable with the spoiling.
I know. It's like we're not worthy, you
Yeah,
guys. Stop.
It's very strange. Okay.
Stop it. So there I opened the Daily Mail and boom, there's a story of this woman that says former model accuses Trump of sexually assaulting her at a US Open tennis game in 1997.
1997.
And claims he, quote, shoved his tongue down my throat and his hands were very gropey.
I mean, it's time, right? It's time. We're not victim shaming right now. But it's time. I mean, what time is it? It's time to have all the women come out and blame Trump of sexual abuse.
Because
right now.
it's like 47 days out?
Yeah, 40-something days out from the election. So, I mean, because she couldn't have done this in 1998 or 1999 or 2000. She waited until right now to say that he was gropey in 1997. She's waiting until right today to do that.
This is so dumb.
Don't you guys think that's strange? Don't you guys think that's a little bit weird? Am I the only one? Am I the only one?
No, you're not. It's not surprising. And there'll probably be like 10 more behind her. You know what I mean? This is just how this works.
Yeah.
Also, there's a whole other teacher from the University of Wisconsin-Madison who is admitting that she's been fake like pretending to be black when she's not really black. A whole new one. So this is the third one. We had Rachel Dolezal, then we had the chick from where was she from?
I can't remember where she was from. I don't remember where she was from.
I
But
can't
here's the thing: they never look black. This chick doesn't look black.
She's Southern Italian Sicilian.
Yeah,
and she just looks
Sicilian.
Yeah,
she looks Sicilian. She doesn't look black. So why are these people like, oh yeah, you're black? Okay, well,
why would you is there some sort of black privilege that is causing white people to pretend that they are black? What is that all about?
Maybe. I think there is black privilege. There is black privilege now, right?
Because if it's so awful to be black, why would you pretend
want to be black?
I don't understand that.
Well, I think that there probably is some sort of privilege, because you can look at white people and say, you're racist, we don't have to talk anymore. And you know what I mean? There is a privilege now, right?
I mean,
right? You can shut down some conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening, right?
Okay, George Washington. That's where the other one was. The Jessica Krug one was from George Washington University.
Chick, I know you can't see her because we're not showing her to you, but if you look at Daily Mail, she doesn't look black.
No, she just looks.
She looks Italian.
Yeah, she looks kind of Italian. But apparently, she's been using that. She's been saying that she's black. She's been using that as a way to do whatever it is that she does at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And now she's outed herself just like that Jessica Krug lady did in a post on Medium, and saying, oh my God, I've hurt so many people, blah. Why are people doing this?
Like, how many more people are going to do this?
Well, and how do we blame them really when we've already decided that you can be any gender that you want, you just have to say it.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
So so why are we mad at them? It's like if you can be gender fluid, and you can be race fluid. You can be race fluid, right? I mean, why are we mad at them? Liberals shouldn't be mad at them. They're the ones who set the stage for this. They're the ones who are like, you can be any gender you
just
want.
have to say it, right?
You can be a rhinoceros today.
Yeah, there are people
you can be a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Remember the otherkins, like the people who think they're wolves?
And so liberals have done this. They've basically said you can be anything you want.
You just have to identify as that thing.
My husband was making flight arrangements last night, and he and my 10-year-old daughter are going to be flying somewhere in the next couple weeks, right? So
hi, Rob.
He was making the flight arrangements, and on the flight arrangements, when he's doing it for my daughter, it said male, female, and there were like two other choices. It was like prefer not to say or something like that, and then there was like something else.
And was it an X? Because I've seen
it wasn't an X. It was something else, and he looked at me and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's like, remember when there just used to be like male and female, and like that's what you would pick is one of those two.
Remember?
Do you remember?
Remember when things were normal?
Yeah, but see, liberals have made it so now there are like other choices, and probably in like 10 years there will be like 16 other choices under male and female, and you're gonna have to actually go through and be like, what are these? And it's going to be like otherkin and all this other stuff because they've made it that way. And then they get mad when these people pretend to be black. You can't be mad. You've done this.
You've created this environment.
Liberals have done this. So suck it.
I think one of these.
That's for you. Dudes for Dawn.
Dudes for Dawn.
Oh,
it's made out of Swarovski crystals.
Oh, yeah. What are those?
They're very, very like expensive, nice crystals.
Well, I deserve very expensive, nice things.
I mean, they have,
That hat is from Sandra Celli Designs.
You see how different he is from us? We're like, don't spoil us. And he's like, oh, I deserve all the fine things.
I know. We just told people to stop sending us presents.
Like, we're not worthy. And he's like, I'm so worthy.
We also got a lot of cookies.
Who is this hat from? Who do we think?
I just told you, Sandra Celli Designs.
Oh, but I mean,
Sandra and Maria and Beth sent it to us from Massachusetts.
Thank you to Maria.
And Sandra
and Beth.
And Beth sent the cookies.
So
that's who you're
Ginger
thinking.
Betty sent us a bunch of cookies from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I love you, broads.
Quincy.
You broads are the best.
Oh my God.
I've loved women for years.
Yes, he has.
He really does.
This is so nice.
I know, right? It's like I love the black crystals on yours.
You really need to wear that like all day today. Like, take the tag off. You look like Minnie Pearl. Take the tag off. You don't even know who that is. He has no idea who that is. There's probably like 4 people out there who know
Wait,
what I'm talking
you're
about.
a mom.
That's
You
how old we
understand
are.
these safety pins. Can you get this?
Yeah,
one
you
for
want to
me?
take that off
I
for
can
a
take
mom?
it off, yes.
Yeah. Here, you need to take this out too, honey.
What?
Yeah, take that out.
No.
Now put that on.
All right, there we
Alright,
go.
so
Now
here
it's
we go.
ready to go. You good? There you go.
I mean, I love that.
That's so cute. That's
Dudes
super
for
cute.
Don.
That's so cute.
Dudes for
Let's
Don.
look backwards.
It's good. So
It's
you,
good.
You look like you're like 18.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I like
There
your
you go.
glasses.
Thank you. They help me see.
Oh, is that what they're for?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
We have 2 totally different interpretations.
I'm sure we do.
So much audio. Sorry.
Of what?
So many things.
Of what?
There's a lot. I don't know. There's just
There's
a lot.
of crap in there. You can see all the blue. There's a lot of blue.
I don't
See all
feel
the
like
blue?
anything even
That's
happened
audio.
yesterday.
Huh?
I don't feel like anything even happened yesterday.
Lot
Oh, there was a lot
happened.
of stuff. A lot of stuff going on.
He's like, I have
We're
to
going to
work.
be continuing our very detailed conversation that we've been having for several days now about how the schools are indoctrinating our kids.
Yeah,
It's getting worse and worse, you guys. Every day we uncover new things.
Yeah,
And we're like,
we opened a big Pandora's box with lots of worms in it.
so many worms.
Yeah, we opened it up. And there are people who are writing us. I mean, I've like on my personal Facebook page, I've had people say, oh my gosh, like the parents are freaking out. You're empowering parents to start doing something. I'm like, good.
Yeah.
I hope that parents will start speaking up. Conservative parents need to get pissed off now
For real.
and do something. Not just get pissed, but do something about it.
And now we just heard, I think the Daily Caller is where I first saw this, but you know how we've been telling you that Patrice Cullors, who's one of the BLM co-founders, she's, on record, and there's plenty of video that's been already going around about her saying that BLM is full of trained Marxists and that their goal is to destroy capitalism and all that stuff. So now the other co-founder, Alicia, what's her name? Alicia.
I don't know her last name.
Alicia.
We can just say Alicia.
Yeah. But anyway, the other co-founder is now Alicia Garza. So there's now video that's been released. It's from 2015 where she was speaking at an event and she makes it absolutely clear that in order for the Black Lives Matter movement to be successful in their view, capitalism must be abolished completely. So we're going to be playing some audio from that record. It's out there. It's available for everybody. So for anybody that is espousing this whole Black Lives Matter thought process, this whole idea of Black Lives Matter, that you guys have to understand that it is part of the movement, which is a very sinister, very radical organization. And so more and more information is coming to light about that and about how this is filtering into our schools.
So yesterday I saw this quote. It's from Karl Marx. He said, and I quote, this is a quote from Karl Marx himself. My object in life is to dethrone God and destroy capitalism.
I mean, that seems pretty clear.
I feel like he's
Very open
very clear
about
about
it.
that. To dethrone God and destroy capitalism. So whenever you see some Yahoo out there going, Jesus was a socialist. Jesus was no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I'm just putting that out there because I think that Karl Marx was pretty clear in what he wanted to do. And that's why, we can have this is not a theology discussion because we don't talk about that here most of the time when we're doing like Facebook Lives or even on our show. But he was pretty clear about what he wanted to do. And obviously God is out of the classrooms now. We don't do under God or anything like that. We don't say that stuff in schools anymore. So that's gone, right? And now they're starting to pump this socialism crap into our schools. So what are you going to do about it? I don't know.
Because it can't just be us, you guys. We can't be the only ones that are talking about
it. It's like 2 people. We're just 2 people.
Now,
yeah.
Tony Katz, who is also on our same station, has a couple shows on this same station. He sent me some information last night too.
Hold on. One thing. I got to say something. Everybody is coming at us and saying homeschool. No, homeschool is not the answer. Listen. I am gonna vehemently I have to tell people, it is not the answer for everybody. Not everybody can homeschool their kids. Not everybody can quit their jobs and homeschool their kids. So I'm going to fight back on that. We have got to fight the system. You can't just quit and say, okay, well, everybody just pull their kids out of school then and homeschool them. No, That is not the answer. So I'm going to fight back on that and say
it's an answer for some people.
It's an answer for some people, a very small percentage of people, but a lot of people can't do that. And for us to just roll over and say, okay, then let the schools just become socialist propaganda, machines, and then we'll all just homeschool our kids. I can't do that. I can't homeschool my kid. I know you can't do that. And a lot of people out there can't do that. And I refuse to just roll over and let the schools, the public schools, become propaganda machines. I'm not going to do that.
It's giving up. Like, why would we do that?
Why would we do
just
that?
Be like, all right, I guess that's just how it's going to be.
So no. We need to do something else. So parents need to get loud. So that's why we're saying what we're saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's all right.
Anyways.
Anyway, we're going to get into more of that on our regular show, which you should listen to at WIBC.com. If you're not here in Indianapolis, to just turn it on the radio. You can stream it live on WIBC.com. We're going to be getting into a lot of that because there's, of course, way more stuff that, we get constantly. We're inundated right now with messages from people with their own stories to tell. Mm-hmm. And there was a really fantastic, unfortunately no longer teaching teacher who wrote us the most amazing letter. And I loved how she said she would teach the current events of what's happening right now. So let's just talk about that part.
Yeah.
Because she said they were having the same discussion, and her husband asked her, if you were still teaching, how would you present this information? This is how every teacher needs to approach it like this. She said, we would talk about the catalyst for the national outrage, the killing of George Floyd, and how the Black community had felt for a long time that they were targeted by the police. I would hear many stories from students at that point. I would provide all the statistics associated with arrest and conviction percentages. I would provide a written copy of the published tenets of the Black Lives Matter movement. We would talk about how the sentiment has become conflated with the political group. This would necessitate a lesson on exactly what Marxism is. We would discuss why some people wholeheartedly support the BLM movement, why others do not. We would also get into Antifa, what their goals are, their roles in the protests. In short, I would do my best to present all sides of the situation and let students critically think about where they fall.
Yeah, because
that is how you teach.
That is how you teach, because critical thinking is no longer taught in schools. It's just simply not.
And it's amazing because, there's a woman that's been fighting with me on Twitter, and she's a teacher here in Indiana who's all upset about one of the posts that I wrote about this whole controversy, right? And she is one of these believers in this idea that if you don't teach anti-racism theory, that you're racist and that it isn't political. I don't know how much more evidence we have to give to people that connects the Black Lives Matter and all this critical race theory bullshit right to Marxism.
Not only that,
it's a direct line.
But anti-racism theory is, by its very definition, racist.
Yeah.
It's racist. It's bigoted. So you're teaching racism by teaching that. Period. That's what you're doing.
I can't. It's so infuriating to me how, and when you start seeing that this is coming down from your state superintendent of schools, who is ostensibly a Republican, then you're like, oh my God, this is way worse than we thought. Way worse.
Yeah. And listen, going back to the homeschool thing, I know a lot of people are irritated about that. I like I said, it's an answer for some people, but these are taxpayer-funded public schools. We have to demand better. I pay for these schools. You pay for these schools.
Even if you homeschool.
Yeah, even if you homeschool, your money is going towards these schools. So you can't just, I don't want to just roll over and be like, okay, well, let them do what they want. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I refuse to do it. Even if I didn't have kids in these schools, I would be like, I am putting money towards these schools. So I'm going to demand better, and they're going to have to do better. And that's what we're doing.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what we're trying to do.
So
yeah.
I tried to tweet out to Betsy DeVos and to Corey DeAngelis and other people I know who are obviously really tied in and connected to education. I tried to send them the post that I wrote about all of this stuff and just said, please tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Please guide us. How do we fix this? How do we get the ball rolling to undo some of the damage that's already been done? Because we feel like we have a platform, obviously.
We do.
But beyond that, what do we do?
Yeah, what do we do? I mean, how do we actually make the change? It's one thing to get pissed off about it, but we really need help, and y'all need to help us speak out, and you need to get involved, and you need to be watching the stuff and then speaking out. You can't be afraid to speak out.
Did you see that email? We got an email from someone who was like, "Oh, like look at what happened at my kid's school. I can't believe this is ridiculous." And at the end said, "Please don't do anything with this because I'm afraid for my kid."
Yeah.
Well, be afraid for your kid by speaking up.
Exactly.
Don't hide it and be like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything."
It's so typical of conservatives. It's so typical. We've seen this so much over the past, 7-8 years just by doing radio. People will write us all the time as conservatives and they'll be like, "I feel so strongly about XYZ, but don't use my name.
Yeah.
Don't say my name. Don't say anything about who I am. I'm afraid." Really? Because liberals aren't afraid. They're not afraid to railroad all over you, which is exactly what they're doing. And they're taking this country with them. So what are you going to do about it? I mean, it's like we cannot be the only ones that are doing this.
Exactly.
It's maddening. We see it happen every day. And listen, it's like I read the headline yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. I think we said it yesterday on our Facebook Live. 20% of these millennials think that Jews caused the Holocaust.
Or they don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
y'all, what the hell?
We're like refocusing education on stuff that just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that we're doing this.
I mean, it's when that happens, when they think that in their brains, we have failed them. We have failed them.
Now, there's been some confusion. I know because I've seen a couple messages come through on various channels of people going, "Please don't lump all teachers into this category."
I get it.
And we totally get it. In fact, I want to give a shout out to a particular, I'm not going to name them, but my kid came home yesterday and said, he's a freshman, and he said his his world history teacher at high school, they were having a discussion about capital punishment. And so, they were, he was looking for it to be a very lively discussion. And he said to his class, if you know what my political views are, I'm not doing my job.
Exactly.
And I was so happy to hear that.
So great.
And it gave me some comfort in the fact that there are teachers out there that know that this is not okay to start like forcing your political ideology onto kids. He said, if you're able to tell, then I'm doing something wrong.
Exactly.
And I just
Amen
love
to
that,
him.
right?
And that's a great teacher. That's a fantastic teacher right there. And listen, they exist.
Yeah.
And I know lots of conservative teachers because I'm friends with them, and like one of them happens to be my daughter's teacher. I mean, I know that they are out there. I know it. But the problem is that a lot of these teachers, they feel helpless because they're given a curriculum now of this socialist bullcrap. What are they going to do? They love teaching. What are they supposed to do? Because we haven't empowered them as parents. We haven't empowered those teachers to say, I don't want to do this because they're going to get fired. These are people who love to do what they do. They want to stay in the classrooms. They feel helpless within the confines of the building that they're in. They're given these the stupid curricula that they've been given. And what are they supposed to do? They want to keep their jobs. I mean, I get it.
And then unfortunately, at the same time, there are just as many parents who are all about this crap.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen the screenshots from all the various Facebook groups of people going, "I can't believe that those chicks are complaining about these lesson plans. They sound great. And I'm so proud of the students who put together that video. I'm so proud of that HSE teacher for talking about Black Lives Matter and anti-capitalism."
Yeah, there's some
letters,
Some chick yesterday was commenting about us, talking about this on the air yesterday. She's like, "Those chicks are garbage. I can't believe they're even how dare they do this? They're garbage." I mean, because when you speak out about this stuff, you're going to get a lot of backlash because it goes against, it just goes against the narrative that they're putting out there.
Yep.
So expect to get a lot of pushback if you dare to speak out against the mob, basically.
Yeah, I mean, things are bad, you guys, and we just have to get loud. I mean, it's so frustrating, especially, because my kid's got 4 more years of school. Hers has 8. Like, we've got to turn this tide around.
A long time.
So it matters to us.
Yeah, and it concerns me because, our older kids, we have a 31-year-old and a 26-year-old that are done with this bull crap. They're done. They're both conservative. They made it out, and they know what's what. And, I worry about, they're probably going to have kids. They will have kids of their own. I worry about grandkids, right? But I worry about my 10-year-old making it through 8 more years. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when she gets to high school. I can't imagine.
I mean, I never thought it was going to be this, just over the past couple years. It's amazing to see the changes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about a total nightmare election night scenario? that we have in our lineup today. So somebody pointed this out on Twitter, and I was like, oh, no. I mean, I'm already worried that there's not going to be a decision, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody probably, that's almost a given at this point, that it's not going to be a traditional election night where by midnight, let's say, we have a president. We know who it is. This is going to get dragged out for God knows how long. And then this other curveball was thrown at me over Twitter yesterday. If Trump were to win Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina, and Maine, and then Biden won Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and then assuming they obviously take the other states that they're probably most likely going to take, we would have each of them with 269 electoral votes. 270 is needed to win, and they would be tied. Can you imagine? So I was like, well, what would happen? So I looked it up, and it said the House of Representatives would determine who the next president would be. Each state would cast one vote, and an absolute majority is needed. And the same thing goes for the Senate, deciding who the next vice president is. So theoretically, you could end up with like a mismatched ticket. Like you could have a Democrat vice president and you know what I mean? Like it's theoretically possible that would happen. Oh my
God, that's so crazy.
Elections have been decided by Congress in the past. I didn't remember this. The House of Representatives elected Thomas Jefferson president in the election of 1800 when the college vote resulted in a tie. And when the vote was so split that none of the candidates received an absolute majority in 1824, John Quincy Adams was president and Richard Johnson was elected VP. So, I mean, things could get so bejiggity after the election this year that I don't know if I can survive this, you guys. Yeah. I don't know how I can emotionally survive it.
A lot of donuts. There's going to be a lot of donuts, you guys.
I mean,
a lot of donuts. Maybe we're gonna have to have a lot of vodka in here and donuts. A lot.
Wow.
She's gonna be in the corner in the fetal position. I'll be throwing donuts at her. I'll be like hurling,
and I'll be like,
and she'll be like chocolate.
I'll be Goldie Hawn in the water bucket in Overboard. Remember when you just get dumped and you're
yes,
that'll be me. It's totally gonna be me. Remember how they remade that for no reason? Oh my
gosh, it was ridiculous. It had what's her name? The chick that was married to Chris Pratt for like 2 seconds.
Yes.
What was her name? You guys know her? Anna Faris.
Yes, Anna Faris.
Anna Faris was married to him for like 2 seconds. They had a boy. How do I know this? This is the crap that I have in my brain.
There's files in there.
And then I just like take the files and I delete the files and I put more. It's like Cliff Clavin.
Yeah, you need to make some room for some new files.
Now he's married to Katherine Schwarzenegger.
That's an upgrade, I gotta say.
It is an upgrade. They just had a baby. That is an upgrade. His father-in-law is Arnold.
That's so weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is.
Could you imagine having your father-in-law be Arnold. I'm here to pump you up. So bizarre.
Here's an actual take from Vox. I'm going to just read you this headline.
It's a hot take.
It's a hot take from Vox.
Here we go.
The headline reads, How Beethoven's Fifth Symphony Put the Classism in Classical Music. And the subheader is, To many, Beethoven's most famous work is a symbol of exclusion and elitism in classical music.
I can't.
We're trying to cancel Beethoven now, you guys.
They're canceling Beethoven.
I mean,
that Beethoven, what a son of a... That guy.
This is for real. This is our world now.
I can't believe him. And all of his relatives, all the people that came after him, we should cancel them too.
What is even happening?
If he's got like great grandkids, cancel them too.
I can't.
Liberalism is
madness. Absolutely madness.
It is a mental disorder. I can't. I just cannot.
I don't know what else is going on.
Beethoven. He was a jerk. That guy was a jerk. He was a jerk. And he wasn't even talented.
Also,
he wasn't even talented at all.
What the hell is going on at Baylor? Did you see this story?
Oh, yeah. Baylor University, you guys. Listen, we've got a place that's like right near Baylor.
This is ridiculous. So Baylor in Waco, so they have every single year they have this really lovely, very wonderful tribute.
Christian university, by the way.
Yeah, a Baptist university.
Christian university.
They have this wonderful 9/11 tribute, right? Mm-hmm. On September 11th, they do like a whole bunch of flags all over the ground, and it's supposed to, pay tribute to the people who lost their lives and to the first responders. It's just a lovely like show of honor for what happened on 9/11. It was a big deal. So for some reason, for the very first time, because they've been doing this for every year, basically, and so this year, the university decided to put a sign near, like right at this lawn full of flags, a sign that says, warning, this is like a, how did they say it exactly? I need to make
it's
sure.
It's a trigger warning.
Yeah, but I want to read it
it's
exactly.
Sensitive content. It's sensitive. Like the flags were too sensitive.
Yeah, it says, please be advised, sensitive content.
It's too sensitive. The flags were too sensitive for the kids.
What the hell? So the Baylor Young Conservative team, or Young Conservatives at Texas is the name of their group, and thank God for them.
Yeah,
they are really
God.
pushing back against this because they're like, what the hell? We do this every year. This is not sensitive content. It's simply a memorial. It's
They're
like a
flags.
recognition. So they wrote on Twitter, displaying the American flag to memorialize those who tragically perished in the 9/11 attacks is now considered sensitive content. Honoring those who died and first responders isn't sensitive. It's American.
Yeah, what if the flag triggers you? Good luck with life.
Just get out. Seriously, just leave the country.
Like, just stop. Like, you need to go back to your parents' basement and not even be in college. Like, I don't know what you're there. You're never going to make it in life, kid. Like, something is seriously wrong with you. Again, with the liberalism. These are the same kids who, yesterday we talked about, who are in the marching band.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to cancel ourselves.
Columbia Columbia canceled their whole marching band because they feel bad about their background of racism.
What? So what is wrong with these kids?
This is insane. So the team went on to say, this isn't about politics. This is not a political event. In our event application, we actually opted to not have a sign attributing the display to us in order to be apolitical. However, student activities put the sign out attributing the display to us and the trigger warnings. So they went through every effort to try to make this as neutral, as non-political as possible.
How can you make? But it's the American flag.
I know.
There's nothing. It's not political. It's the American flag.
And so the university issued a statement. They did apologize. They said, we fully support the 9/11 display of American flags, regret that the signage we used has taken away from the intent of the display, and apologize for any misunderstanding. They also said, though, that the sign, the trigger warning sign, is part of a new standard that will be applied to other outdoor displays on campus.
Like
because
what?
apparently, if you can't be looking at something without a sign that tells you how you're supposed to be feeling about it now. Like, this is how dumbed down we're making our students. We can't just have flags in the ground without telling them, oh, you guys, be warned, you should maybe feel like outraged by this.
Again, good luck with life.
What in the world are we doing?
These kids, these young people are going to go out in the world in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in corporations and stuff. They're going to be
leading.
They're going to be working with y'all.
I mean,
holy crap. Oh my God. And listen, we work with some of them. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. Some of the things we've seen with some of these kids. I mean, no thank you. I'm good on my own. I don't need your work. Thanks.
Do you think my hair looks lighter at all? I
It
feel
does.
like it's maybe lightening up.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you. I feel like it's lighting up.
It.
Like when I compare this video to Monday, I feel like it's getting lighter.
I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, you guys.
Are you in a pixie?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
What are you going to do?
I hate everything.
You have to decide what you're going to do, though.
No, I don't decide till I'm right in the chair.
Really?
I'm not like you. I don't plan. I don't plan anything. I don't know. I hate everything about it right now. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Things could be very different on Monday,
I may come back. It may be purple. I don't know. You don't know.
Purple is good.
We'll surprise you guys.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
You'll have to tune in Monday for
surprise!
sure.
You know, but I won't give you a trigger warning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but
I know
we'll
you guys can handle it.
We'll make a big fuss. Like, we'll hide her on Monday at first, and then we'll do like a big reveal.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Feel free to comment with your suggestions.
Yes.
All ideas are welcome. All right, we gotta go.
Okay, you guys.
All right. Thank you for sending presents. Please stop.
We haven't done in a while. We haven't done farting
Yeah,
Trump.
we do.
Let's see if we can do farting Trump today. Hold on. Where's this little fart? Where's this little fart thing? Hold on. How does
It's not his hand?
Wait, hold
Pull
on.
his
Here it
finger.
is. I got it. I got to pull his finger.
That was really, really incredible.
It
I have
was.
to tell you.
It was really incredible. Glad that we can leave that with. We needed to leave on a good note.
Yes,
Farting Trump is always a
absolutely.
good way to do it. You guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Have a fantastic day.
Bye.